I'm Pete from Digital Surfer. The topic on this particular video, can I do SEO for my business? Well, the simple answer is yes, you can. In the literal sense, yes, you could do it yourself. Maybe the better way I should have posed this question for you is this: should you do SEO for your business? I guess it comes down to this as well. Do you fix your own car? Do you fix your own teeth? If the answer to that is yes, maybe you do want to have a crack at your own SEO yourself. I don't know. But look, let's get into the real cost of do-it-yourself SEO. There's more to SEO than meets the eye. And I'm pretty confident that from the last 11 videos, we've actually shown you that there's so many complexities to this that it's probably not in your best interest to do it yourself. That said, you still can. For those of you that might actually be teaching yourself from online articles, what I would say to be careful of is this: you can learn from those online articles, but then there's the learning and then there's the doing. So maybe I can better put it that way. Do you have the ability to implement what you can read online? Because I think what you'll find is what you can read in theory is extremely different to your ability to put it into practice. And not just to put it into practice, but to then get success from putting it into practice. Something that I really need to point out as well is it's not a set and forget strategy. You can't just come up with your strategy on the first of the month and say, this is the SEO plan for my business for the month of June, and then revisit it again on the month of July and sit down and say, oh wow, it's the 1st of July. Geez, that went by quickly. What's now my strategy for July? It is not a set and forget, and it's not something that you can implement month by month. So in the literal sense, we will do certain things in a campaign on a monthly basis. However, we've mapped out that strategy sometime in advance. It requires a lot of effort, skills, and tools. So effort goes without saying, but some of the tools that we use, we actually pay to have those because everyone needs tools of their trade. So some of those tools that give us that competitive edge over our competitors, and it's those tools that allow us to give you the competitive edge over your competitors because that gives us the information that we need. And you know what? Here's the real kicker. You may actually work out how to do some keyword research yourself. You may actually write some content yourself, and it might actually be okay. You might notice some rankings improve. So it's all good at that stage. But when something goes wrong, what are you going to do then? Google actually has an algorithm, which we would all know, and it changes regularly. So that said, if you all of a sudden go from page 1 to page 5 for your main keywords, so your traffic drops by 500%, your income drops by 1,000%, how do you fix that? That's actually a question in the literal sense for you. How do you fix that? If the answer is I don't know, then you possibly shouldn't be looking at the do-it-yourself model. And that said, another point I'd like to raise is you may well be going okay in comparison to some of your competitors, but then when one of your competitors decides to go away from the do-it-yourself model and they actually then engage a professional agency, all of a sudden they'll get the jump on you. And then all of a sudden any results you've got could be diminished fairly quickly. Okay, so something I want to talk about now is marketing managers. I actually think it's very advantageous for a business to have a marketing manager, and it helps us a lot when a business has a marketing manager because that generally is our go-to person in terms of who we report to and who we engage with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to make sure that you're getting the most out of your campaign with us. What we find though is SEO is difficult to pick up. So a lot of times a marketing manager will say to us, no, I know SEO, I've got this side of things covered. So I talk with these acronyms all the time, and one of those acronyms, of course, is SEO. So here's another one that I've got for you. When a marketing manager tells me that they know SEO, I'm inclined to say to them, that's BS. There's an acronym from me about what marketing managers know about SEO. They will also be trying to learn on the fly because we could be teaching them things, you just can't pick it up as quickly as we can because we actually already know it from the start. So following on from marketing managers, something else I want to mention just briefly is university graduates. Now, whilst there are marketing courses at universities, the simple reality is universities can't teach SEO. The reason universities can't teach SEO is because Google doesn't release a curriculum on it. SEO is in fact Google's IP, so they're not going to let universities know the tricks of their trade in order for the university to then go and teach it to students. In addition to that, the rules of SEO, i.e. Google's algorithm, change so regularly, there's no way in the world that universities can keep up. So therefore, if you were to engage a university graduate, sure, if they like the topic and they've got a genuine interest in the topic, they will learn it to some extent. The trick then, or the question to ask yourself, more appropriately put, is can they keep up with the ever-changing landscape, which is SEO? So last point on employing a unigrad, I think what you'll find is an agency's monthly retainer fee is going to be significantly less than the cost of actually employing a unigraduate on a full-time basis. So here we go to conclude. Reasons to work with experts in the space. We actually have access to the high-level tools which I mentioned. People in our team have had years of experience. That's actually industry experience I talk about. The university simply can't teach. We are in touch because, you know what, we've actually had some good, bad and indifferent in a lot of campaigns. Some have gone great, some have gone average, and some have gone well. They all end up going well, but the bottom line is you really learn yourself and you really learn SEO when you've got a campaign that's not going that well. Let's face it, running a business is hard enough. Do yourself a favour, partner with an agency that's going to deliver results. If you'd like some help with your SEO, please reach out to us at Digital Surfer. We'd love to chat.